right, if you are listening to us from our YouTube channel and you would like to get started using this amazing cryptocurrency robot that makes money for us, please click on the link. Click on the link in our bio. Click on the link in our bio and chat us on WhatsApp. We would guide you on how to activate your robot. All right. Good evening. Like I said, my name is Oshari. A lot of you know me as Oshen, and I am a V3 ranking RoyalQ. I am your host for tonight, and as usual, I also do have my co-host here, Leader George. Leader George is a V4 ranking RoyalQ. Leader George is our coach, and he will be doing a brief introduction of what RoyalQ is about and get to today's topic. We have a new person in the house. Woo! I am new, but I have activated robot. Okay, you are not new. Okay, you are new, but it's not the new. This is not the new I'm looking for. I'm looking for new that don't have a robot. Oh, you're welcome, Mohammed. I am being put through with everything. I want to learn more about RoyalQ and how to earn more. Yes, you're in the right place and yeah, on time. So yeah, we'll be since we do not have any new members today, meaning we do not have anybody that doesn't have a robot, we'll just be going into today's topic. So to all the people that activated their robots this week, last week, last month, you are welcome, and we hope you continue to attend Zoom meetings and learn more. All right, Leader George, you can take it up from here, and good evening. Leader George.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You're welcome to today's Zoom. Wow, 17 participants. There are some persons I invited. I hope they are on this Zoom. Wow, okay. It's famous. It's famous in this Zoom. Huh?
I don't know. I did not see famous. Maybe he has
Yes,
another name. You can indicate in the chat box. Famous if you are in this room, because he uses another name. You can indicate on the chat box. Leader George, you are looking sharp.
thank you. Courtesy of RoyalQ. I just launched my curtain.
I can see.
Hey.
Well done. Okay. All right.
Okay, so do we have new prospects?
We don't. So let
There
me
are new
say
prospects.
if you are new, you do not have an activated robot, please type new on the chat box so we introduction and welcome you. You do not have an activated robot and you are here with us today, please type new on the chat box. All right, Leader George, let's get to today's topic.
Okay, today's topic is for those people that have started trading, and for the first 1 week, they have made profit. For the first 1 month, they have made profit, but all of a sudden, their robot stopped making profit for them. Number one, such people, I don't know, they don't attend Zoom. This topic we are doing, we have repeated it like 3 times or 2 times. So anybody that came, Leader George, I'm not been making profit, I'll say, okay, we are doing Zoom. We are supposed to do this topic last week, but I was having serious headache, so I was not opportune. I was not feeling fine to handle the topic. So we said, okay, we are going to handle it today. And the crypto space now is very interesting. As in, at least Bitcoin entered 65,000 today, and we are almost entering October. As in, I'm just so excited about the crypto space. So it bring back the feeling of 2021, June, July, August, when Bitcoin was just increasing from 55,000, 60 to 69. The bull run was massive. Okay, so let's go straight into the topic. I'm going to share my screen. Before we go into the topic, I know most people answering that question, my robot has not made profit for me. These are the people that don't even understand what is happening. Why is your robot not making profits for you? Why is your robot not making profits for you? So I'm going to share my screen. So I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, please.
Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So you might have trades. You might say, why is my robot not making profits for me? See what you check when you enter the trade. The robot is not a Ponzi scheme. The robot will only make profits for you when there is a profit to be made. If you go to the market to buy if you go to the market to buy gold, you intend to sell at the value of 100,000, and gold price now increase now reduce to maybe 90,000. You cannot make profits. You cannot make profits. You call it the waiting time. So most people in this business, they don't understand what we mean by waiting time. Now you can decide to wait for gold, the value of that gold to increase. You can decide that, okay, I want to make profit in this business. Let me take another money and go and buy more of that gold at a reduced price. Now, you bought the first gold at 100,000, it has reduced to 90. You now earn to buy that gold at 90. Do you know that if gold increased to 95, you will make profits from the one you bought at 90? This is the knowledge of RoyalQ. So you are not supposed to be complaining that your robot is not making profits for you. The RoyalQ does not give us money. The money comes from the market. So you enter your trade, look at the unrealized P, means unrealized profits and unrealized loss. You see minus 40.95 brackets minus 21.17%. So this is what we tell you if you are going to make profits. Now, before you enter any trade, you are giving your margin configurations. That is how your capital is being structured. Now that your capital was structured to cover a particular percentage. Okay, you are entering gold. You have kept reserve money that you will continue trading gold, even if gold price now is at 100,000. You have kept reserve money that even if gold price reduced to 50,000, you will still be trading and be making profits. That is your setup for your capital you want to use to enter the gold market. Now, if value of gold for the time that gold will be trading between 100,000 to 50, you will be making profits. But you don't expect to make profit when gold falls below 50,000. You cannot make profit if gold price falls below 50,000. It's not Ponzi scheme, it's real life, it's business. So knowledge should come first. I see anybody complain that I'm not making profit, the person does not have the knowledge. Because if you have the knowledge, you check, okay, this the value of this trade my robot is trading for me has gone minus 21, is minus 21. My capital could only cover minus 15%. So from 0 to minus 15, I have been making profit. So now I am not making profit because this my unreal return rate, which is minus 21, has passed the minus 15. That is why you are not making profit. For you to make profit is very simple. Introduce new capital, add capital to your exchange. Then come and increase your margin calls. Okay, your capital that you started could only operate gold, buy and sell gold at from 100,000 to 50,000. When you introduce another capital, you can now cover, okay, if gold reduced to like 30,000, I should be able to continue the business, making profits from that gold market. So that the more you introduce new capital, you have increased the market range that you will be actively trading gold. If you don't introduce capital, know the settings as you are using RoyalQ, you should know your settings, your margin configuration. Your setting means your capital management. Capital management is you understanding margin configuration. You have $200. You are using 30% to start, and you get 70% for margin calls. Now that margin calls, you should know the return rate, the percentage drop that the total drop it can cover. If it can cover minus 40%, and you notice that your robot has not been making profit for you, you open the trade here, and you check the return rate, okay, is minus 45, you know that you will not be making profit. Knowledge is power. Okay, my capital was able to cover 0 to 40%, but the return rate is on 45. Okay, let me find to cover 5%. Is 5% I did not cover? Is that 5% the coin is trading on? Your robot was not able to cover because of your capital. Okay, let me add like $50. Okay, $50, I can break $50 into $11. I can cover I can add 4 margin calls. That 4 margin calls I can do, since I want to cover 5%, I can do 1.3, 1.3. 1.3, 1.3, 1.3 into 4. I have already covered that additional 5%. So my robot will resume trading, and you will start seeing profits coming in. You start seeing profits coming in. So please, you saying my robot is not making profit for you, it means that you don't have the knowledge in the business. Knowledge should come first before earnings. So for you to say you are not earning, it means that you don't have the knowledge. So please, your capital you started with, know what it can cover. So that when you are not making profit, you come to the trade. See what the trade is currently trading on, the return rate. Oh, your capital was able to cover minus 30, but the return rate is showing minus 35 or minus 40. Automatically, you know that you are not going to be making profit. You don't need to disturb anybody. You don't need to disturb anybody that your robot is not making profit. If you want your robot to make profit, you introduce new capital. You don't have money to introduce new capital. You focus on promoting RoyalQ, promoting the business, and you make money from promoting the business. That money you can use to increase your capital. This RoyalQ business has been already planned, it has been strategized. You don't have any excuse. You don't have money to add, yes. But when someone told you about RoyalQ and you registered, RoyalQ paid the person. So you too, you should be paid. Introduce RoyalQ to someone. Let the person come in. Let the person come in and you get paid. You use that money to increase your business. Growth is constant. Growth is always constant. So please understand the business, this unrealized unrealized profit slash loss. Know what your capital can take. Know what your capital can take when you want to start a trade. You already saved your margin configuration. This margin configuration can cover minus 50%. Now, you are not supposed to complain if you come here and you are seeing unrealized P slash loss, you are seeing minus 55. Automatically, you will not be making profits then because of the return rate has passed what your robot can trade on that market. Your money that you are using to trade gold is to cover the price of gold from 100,000 to 50. But currently, for the past 1 week, 1 month, gold has been trading between 30,000 to 35,000. You cannot make profit. Even if gold increase to 40, you will not make profits. So understand the business. Knowledge is power. In RoyalQ, you can decide to be trading and be making profit. You can decide to be an agent and be making profit. Everything is legal. Even as Dangote is a radiant man in Africa, he still does advertisements for his products. So you can decide that, this trade, I don't have money to add. Okay, let me go and talk about RoyalQ. The business is secure because my money is in my exchange. So I can easily introduce it to someone. And you get your money, you get your $30, sometimes 40, at a level 50, 60, 70, $75 for you introducing the business to someone. That money you can add to your business to cover more margin calls, to cover more unrealized return rates. So know what to do when you are not making profit in RoyalQ. You will not start making profit when you complain. No. You will not start making profit when you tell your upline that I'm not making profit for past 2 months. I've not made profit for past 10 years. Your robot will not start making profit for you when you complain. Your robot will start making profit for you when you open it and check, okay, I saved $100 capital for this trade. That $100 capital, when I set up my margin calls, I was able to get 7 margin calls. And that 7 margin calls, I used the drop percentage. I used 1.3 into 7. So 1.3 into 7 should be giving us, I think, sorry, 9 point something percent. Now, if you come here and your return rate, this percentage here that is showing red, is on anything minus above 9%, you automatically know that you will not make profit. You understand? You will not make profit. So please, I want us to understand, you complaining about the business is not what will make the robot to start making profits for you. It's you having the knowledge. You having a simple business. You are trading, you bought gold, and you have spare money to trade gold, even if gold reduced by 10, 20%. Now, gold has reduced by 30%. It's the market, it's international. It's not RoyalQ that operates it. It's not RoyalQ that decides the price of gold. It's decided by the international market, people trading it. So you know what your capital can carry. so that when the rate goes down below your capital, you don't complain. You have to look for more money to cover that percentage. Now, for instance, your $100 could cover 9.5%, but this trade is not trading on -10. You are seeing -10, -11 here. And you have $20. You can add. $20 can give you two margins. Use it to open two margins and you cover the additional percent. Two margins, you can even use 1.3 fair range for the drop. 1.3%, 1.3%. Add additional two margin calls and you resume your margins. Now, some people will be trading. This margin call here will be off. Look at switch on margin call is off. I don't know, maybe mistake, or some people in their exchange, I don't know what they have activated, they are earning all this buying earning program and all that will move their capital out to another wallet in their exchange. The robots will, when the robots want to buy their margin, their next margin, the robot will not see spare USD. The robot will automatically switch off their margin calls. These persons, they will not come here to check. They will start complaining that for 1 week they have not made profit. This business is not a Ponzi scheme. It's a business that you should understand. This is my own page. You also have your page like this. So this switch on margin calls is what RoyalQ is based on. So you cannot, you will not want, if this switch on margin call is off, you cannot make profit while your coins are down. RoyalQ was designed to help us make profit when coins are down because of this margin calls. So if your margin calls is switched off because of the robot could not see more spare USDT so that you can use to buy margin calls, you don't expect miracle to happen for your robot to be making profit for you. It's not Ponzi scheme. No CEO is paying you ROI. No, it gives you profit. It's buying and selling. It buys at a price and sell when it's increased. That is the pure business. Okay, so I don't know if anybody has question on that. Before I will enter, because this topic today, I'm supposed to enter how to pick signals, that we deliver. You understand? Because some people have been complaining about the TGS, the top gainers coin, that top gainers coins do fail. It do fail, yes. Because when we started RoyalQ, we were told to always go for coins that are down, that have been down, so that you will not have to wait. Because crypto, when we started, they tell us, crypto, when it goes up, it comes down. When it comes down, it goes up. That is the flow. So top gainers coin is you trading on a coin that is already up. A coin that is already up must be planning to go down because this is business. If someone buys a product at a low price, when it increases, the person will sell to take profit and the price of the coins will go down. That is how crypto works. So that top gainer strategy that you want to sharply pick a coin that is already doing well, you don't know if the well you met is the peak of that well. So immediately you are entering it, people already that have made profits is taking their profits and the coin is going down. You now find out that you'll be on that trade for weeks because it took weeks for that coin to come up. So it will also take another week for the coin to come down before it will now go up again. So that is how crypto works. So I know we have treated this Bollinger Band and the KDA. So I don't know if anybody has question about this this interface before we move to how to pick signal.
Please, if you have any question, you can use the chat box to raise up your hand.
So is there any question before we enter the important, because we are going into the bull season, and if you have this knowledge now that I'm about to share, at least today I entered uh, I entered like 5 signals and click four. It's not like I entered five at once. So I enter, it says I look for another signal, enter, it says I look for. So 5 out of 5 of them, 4. So the last one I entered this evening that is still running. So out of 5, four delivered, 1 is still down with lesser. You know, the joy of this, what I want to explain, is that you will not have, because a coin that is down, where is it going again? It's already down. If it wants to go down, it will just be small. But if you trade a coin that is up, when it wants to go down, it has space to come down. And it's coming down, your floating loss is increasing. And some people don't want to see floating loss that is high. Okay, so is there any question? Okay, Victor, trading with 100 USDT, our margin calls are mostly on 0. Is it proper to increase it? Increase it. Margin calls are mostly on 0. I don't understand. Margin calls mostly on 0. How? What is on 0 in your margin call? In your margin calls? So I don't understand this. Your question. What is 0? If you can unmute yourself, so I will understand better.
So what I meant is so while you were using your page, your account to explain that the concept of margin calls, I saw that you have 5 margin, I think 5 active margin calls or something. So I
Okay.
made compare mine and I saw 0 on all of my trades. And I know that I'm trading with $100. I don't know if there's any difference in it. No, you know, I'm a newbie, so I'm just trying to get that clear.
Okay. And that's, let me share my screen. So I'll go back to that. Okay. So I have 5 number of call margins. So this is where records of margin calls being bought. Okay. So Victor, because of your trading with $100, your margin call, okay, let me enter trade settings. So let me enter trade settings. So we'll see. So let me enter margin configuration. Margin configuration. Victor, okay, the margin call drop is very important. The margin call drop percentage is very important. This is telling the robot that, okay, in this my gold business, I started the price at $100. If the value of gold reduced to 95, buy my first margin. I set it 95 because of I have money to accommodate plenty. Maybe my margin calls is 84 margin calls. Victor, I hope you're understanding me. Let me still go back. Look at my margin call limit. Can you see my margin call limit? It's 84. 84 margins. Because of my margin calls is 84, I have been able to reduce the margin call drop range percentage because of I have plenty margins. So instead of me, instead of the price from $100 to reduce to 95, you should buy my first margin. To reduce to 90, buy my second margin. I can say because of I have plenty margin calls, that means my capital is plenty. Money I budgeted for the margin calls is much. So I would say If that coin reduced by 90, from 100, if it reduced by 90, if it goes to 98, let the robot buys my first margin. If it goes to 96, let the robot buys my second margin. You can see that the margin call drop, the percentage have reduced it. The range is now small. So my robots will be buying more margin than your own. Now your margin cost is 7. Your margin call drop for margin 1 might be 3.5. Before your robots before that coin will come reduced by 3.5%. My own robot, before the coin will reduce, before your own will reduce by 3.5, my robot must have bought like 6 margin calls for me. I hope you're understanding the logic. Hello, Victor. Hello. Hello. So I don't know if you are listening, but the difference is the range. If you reduce your range,
Yes, I'm listening. I couldn't unmute.
okay, if you reduce your range for your margin call drop, your robot will buy your margin calls faster. Now imagine you are trading 7 margin calls and you set your range to be 1%. Your robot will rush and buy your 7 margin calls once the coin drops by 7%. Now, if this coin drops to 10%, your robot stops making profits for you. Do you understand? You will need to add more capital. Now, because of your small capital, your small capital, you were able to only cover 7 margin calls. Because of that margin calls is not plenty, your margin call drop percent was increased. You will see some 3.5 drop, maybe margin 1, 3.5, margin 2, 4%, margin 3, 4.5, margin 4, 5% drop. So you will see that maybe if your margin call switch is on and that place is 0, it means that the coin has not dropped to the percentage you set to buy that particular margin. So I hope you understand it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so do we have any other question?
Yes, I have a question. Thank you, George.
Okay, go ahead.
So the margin drop, margin 1, margin 2, and so on. If your margin drop 1 is 3% and your margin drop 2 is 4%, does that mean that after the first buy, the coin will drop 1% before it buys the second, or it will drop 4% before it buys the second? So in which case, it will now be a total of -7 before it buys the second. So at -7, it would have bought twice. Or is it that if your margin drop 1 is -4, or rather it's 4%, when the coin drops from your first buy, if it now drops 4%, it will buy the first margin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your margin 2 is 3%, oh, I think I already answered the question there.
I know
I
you
think I
get
already answered the question.
very simple.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I
follows
already answered the
according to
question.
what you set.
Yeah, yeah.
When
I
it reduces
understand.
by 4%, it picks the next value drop and start recording it from that 4%.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, it makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't get your name. Is it Mr. Sani?
Mr. Sami.
Okay.
It's written there as Sam, but I'm going to edit my profile
You're welcome.
to
You're
read Sam.
welcome, sir. We love
Thank
your
you.
spirit.
You guys.
Giving you kudos. You have fantastic trade results.
Thank
If I
you.
had
Thank
the
you.
result, if I had the result in my first month when I started RoyalQ, at least I should have been in V2 the next week. My first day, my first week, I did not make more than $10.
So,
Even
so I have a,
eh?
I just wanted to explain a challenge that I am having.
Okay.
The challenge I'm having here is that, I mean, I have a lot of prospects that I will onboard, but when I look at the route I have followed, I can safely predict that they would have to follow that same route, which is the exchanges that we have access to here are very limited. And so the ones that we can trade with and have access to a lot of coins, we have to use VPN and we have to activate our accounts using our Nigerian profile, not our US profile. And many of these people, they don't have BVN because they haven't gone to Nigeria in God knows how long. Their Nigerian passports are expired. So that's my challenge. I'm just wondering, how do I now deal with those kind of hurdles, when I encounter them?
I don't know. Leader Tom. Leader Tom, are you on this call?
No,
Is Leader Tom on this call?
no.
He's not on this call. Okay. Leader Tom is in France. So I think there's the exchange people in US they are using. I don't know, Leader Osha, I don't know if you have anything to say.
Boys, you are using HTX, yeah?
I
Yes,
know
I'm
that.
using HTX, but the reason I'm able to use HTX, because
Mm.
HTX is not even allowed in the US as well, is because I am using VPN and I registered my account.
From Nigeria. No, what I'm trying to
Oh,
get,
right.
there are some exchange that you don't need anything Nigeria that people are
He's
using
saying
for
that
US.
those because he was using Kraken before. Yeah, and he reached out to me that what he said was they're Kraken, those exchange do not have like lots of coins,
Okay,
right? That was when I suggested you should use HTX.
okay.
So that's what he's saying. I believe that Kraken was okay for you, but your own concern was that it doesn't have
It doesn't
variety of
have
coins.
any point. Okay.
Yeah. But
Yes, it doesn't have a lot of coins.
yeah, we would when you get to that part, don't worry, we'll figure it out.
We are on this call. Maybe it's busy. Okay. That should be, is that all, Mr. Sammy?
And then there was a signal that was dropped in the group. Those kind of signals that have a price action chart with lines. I would like to understand how to read those kind of signals so that I can use them. But the ones that, are kind of like in text format, they tell you the preset price, they tell you the whole position take profit, they tell you all of that. Those are easy to interpret. But the ones that come in the form of charts, I would like for you to please explain how to read
That's
those.
where we are going into now.
Oh,
That's what I
fantastic,
want to explain
fantastic.
now.
Okay, good, good. Thank you.
Okay, so do we have any other question?
Let's go ahead, Leader George. We'll take questions after.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So we'll proceed to picking of trades. So we added that one. Okay. Okay, so let me go back to home page. So like I said, when we started RoyalQ, we are in 2021, when they explain about cryptocurrencies, coins that goes up, we have to retrace it because people will take profits. Okay, so if coins that are down, people will come in because the price is down. Okay, so that is how crypto goes down, up, and it's very volatile. No timeline for it to go up or for it to come down. Okay, so on the home page, when you click on this change, you can see currency. You can see currency. I don't know if I can do. let me see. Okay, let me see. Where will I see pencil here now? Okay.
George, you can take a screenshot and just
Okay, that's what
okay.
I'm saying.
Okay, proceed. Okay, yeah.
So you can see currency, last price, and change. Okay, so if you click on that change, okay, if you click on change, you will see coins that have done well. Okay, most people will say the top gainers coin is being gotten from this part. So top gainers coins, these are the top gainers. You understand? Coins that are doing well. So people have complained that I don't know why famous is not on this call. And we are complaining that top gainers coin is nothing in this life is 100%. When it was favoring them, they were enjoying it. So when they had like 2, 3 trades that went down or went the other way, they started complaining that top gainers coin is bad. Most people enjoyed it. Okay, so but if we come from the general standard, we were told when we started to avoid all these coins because they have gone up. They went up because of some people put in money when the price is down. So as the price is up, you are expected to take out profit. Some will take out profit. And once they take out profit, price will go down. So you don't know if the price you are entering is the peak of that pump. When you enter, the price will not go down. You start complaining, top gainers come. So all what I do, or what to pick signals, we were giving indicators too. But today, it was only the Bollinger Band I used today. And it was perfect. Out of 5 trades, four delivered. Okay, so I will go, these ones have 18. You can see the top gainers coin 18%, 15%, 14%, 13, 10, 9, 9, 9, 7. So I will start from 5 around there. I will open them. So you see the chart. I don't know if network will permit us to see chart. That is where. So this is the Bollinger Band. That's the upper, the middle, and the below ones. Let me screenshot. So it has this orange one. This orange one is the upper. Look at this purple. This purple one is the middle. Then look at this, will I say, okay, this middle one is pink. Pink is the middle Bollinger Band. Then the blue or purple is the lower. So we were told that if a signal, let me see, this chart, if for instance is like this, okay, no, I'm supposed to use red. So it should be down. If it's on sorry, if it's on this lower on, and it has touched, if it's on this middle, and it has come down and touched this lower on, and there's a green candle now on this lower on pointing up. Green means it's going up. Red means red candle means it's coming down. Green means it has started in uptrend movement. Red means it's going down. The high percentage of it is going down. Okay, So when it's on this, when it has touched this last Bollinger Band, we enter. Okay, so I don't know if we will be able, if network will grant me for us to see a chart that have touched this lower Bollinger Band. Okay, now then the second indicator they gave us was this is the KDJ. This purple line, look at it here. When this purple line, let me screenshot again. When this purple line, is maybe for instance here, and is going, that's cross these two. That's crossed these two like this. When it crossed the two, the orange, the upper and this orange line and the pink line, when the purple line comes from down and cross them, that is the second indicator that you can enter. So I've explained the first one, but today, for when I picked trades today, it was only the Bollinger Band. I just look for coins, for trades that the candle is on the lower Bollinger, it has touched the lower Bollinger Band, and it has started retracing up, and I will enter. For you to see a trade that has touched Bollinger Band, the lower Bollinger Band, it means that the trade cannot be among the top gainers coin. Because for a trade to touch the lower Bollinger Band and stay there for some time, it means that the trade is down. So you see, most of these coins now, they are facing down because they have pumped a lot. Bitcoin entered 64. Okay, this one is on the middle, is coming down. So please, there's sometimes you check charts, you are not seeing a right trade, you wait. You wait, let them come down, because what matters in trading is the entry price. The time you enter, you can see most of them is on the middle. They are pointing down. So let's go down and see if there's anyone that is down. That's okay. All these ones are still coming down. They have not touched the damn Bollinger Band. Okay. So this is how you check as a trader. Okay. So this one, look at this trade now. Likely, you can just monitor this trade for the next 15 to 30 minutes. It should be able, it's coming down, it's almost touching the lower Bollinger Band. And you enter, pick your 1%. Pick your 1%, you go out. That is what I did today, and I made $51 before 5 o'clock. In the 4 plus my other trades that are trading. So this is what you do. If you don't see signal, okay, look at this one now. This one have touched down. So all you have to do, it has touched down, but it's still going down, because if you watch the KDJ, the purple line is still going down. So you have to wait like this now to see if there's a reversal. Once this Bollinger Band, once the candle here starts going up, this KDJ, the purple here will also face up. You understand? So once these two aligns like this, once the KDJ, this downward, once this purple line cross the two, cross the orange and the pink, you enter, pick your 1%, it will deliver. So you are seeing this trade now, it has touched the lower Bollinger Band. So what you are looking for is confirmation that we form an uptrend. Once any candle enters now that is green, in the next 15 minutes, another candle will form now. This is 9:29. So once it gets to 9:30, 9:31, another candle, because this chart is on 15 minutes. So you can see at the top here is on 15 minutes. This is 1 hour chart. This is 15 minutes. So in the next, once it gets to 9:30, 9:31, another chart will come. So sometimes in trading, it's being strategic because entry time matters. Don't go and enter a building that is collapsing. You have to wait and see that it has collapsed finish and they have started building it up. You enter, get your 1% and come out. So that is what I did today. It has touched the Bollinger Band. It has touched the lower Bollinger Band. And the KDJ is already pointing up. That means a new candle has formed and is on green. So with that, I will just enter, put 1%. But with that, I'm not doing hit and run. I'm setting my margin calls. Even though I'm using 45% of my capital to enter, two things is involved. That's what some people don't understand. In this trading, two things are involved. The way you pick your coin is number one. The number two is your capital management is number two. Your capital management boils down on your safe settings. What is your first buy amount? And how much did you set aside for margin calls? This management is what will determine your profit making. The first one, the way you pick your coin will determine the period. That is how soon or how soon the period when your profit will come out. But this second part, the profits, the capital management, your margin calls determines the profit you will make, the money you will make, the profit you will make. So understand the two. The first part, the way you pick your coin, will determine if you get your profit faster or if you get your profit at a delayed time. That is period. The second part is the margin configuration, capital management. That second part determines the money you will receive. I might be trading $1,000. You might be trading $1,000. We are entering the same coin at the same time. But my profit can be different from your own. My profit can be higher than your own because of what we did, margin configuration and our capital management.
Hi, Leader George. Sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
Can you check Floki?
Floki. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, wow. This is it. This is it. Wow, wow. Yes. So you can see the two condition is perfect. Me, I will go sharp because I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time. So I already have my margin, my capital. So my first buy is 450. So sorry, let me take the opportunity.
Is the Floki on 15 minutes just?
So,
Hello?
huh?
So is the Floki on 15 minutes time frame?
Yes, it's on 15. Now look at it. It's 15 minutes I've been using to analyze. So this is what I was explaining. It has gone down. The Bollinger Band. Hello.
Please mute yourself.
Sorry.
So it has, on the first indicator, the Bollinger Band has touched the lower Bollinger Band. That is, and a green candle has kicked off. A green candle has been established. That is the first indicator. If you want to still confirm your second indicator, that is the KDJ. If you are not seeing KDJ, just click on it. Look at it. Once you click on it, you will see KDJ. This up one is Bollinger. If you click on Bollinger, you see. Click on it, it will come. So this is the perfect example. It has come down. It has hit the down stuff, the down Bollinger Band. And the KDJ is also, sorry, the purple. Please, I'm coming. So that is what I was explaining, the perfect example of it. So I don't know if anybody have any question, because we saw a perfect example now on it. So watch, because of no coin is perfect, I have set my margin configuration. Now, I will make more money if this coin goes down before going up. It's 1% I set. It's 1% take profit. I'm not greedy. This is bull run. Once this one say, another market will come out. So I have 30 margin call limits. So this is what I did today. 5 signals, 4 delivered. That is, if I enter now, before 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, we say I went on another one. So I did it like that, like that, like that. And I made almost $51 today. So I don't know if anybody has question on this.
So I have a question, George.
Okay, go ahead.
That when you were showing your settings just now,
Okay.
your AI margin, should it be off or should it be on?
My AI margin is off because I have plenty margin calls. I have 30 margin calls.
Okay.
So I don't need
If
AI
it is,
margin.
what is the function of the AI margin then?
AI
What does
margin
it do?
call is used when you don't want robots to use your money anyhow, because your money is small. The money you set for margin calls is just maybe 3 margin or 4 margin or 5 margin or 6 margins. And you don't want the robots to exhaust them faster, because you don't have another money to buy more margins. So you own AI margin. It means that the robot should activate the monitoring. If your first margin call is 3.5, if the coin drops by 3.5, the robot will just trigger to buy your first margin, but it will not buy. It will start monitoring the coin to see if it will go down more. If it did not go down and it goes up, the robot will not buy. So it helps you to conserve your funds. But if you set 84 margin calls that should cover 70%, there's no reason to own AI margin. You have plenty margin calls you have set up. Remember, the more the robot is buying margin calls for you, the better, because you'll be making sub profits. If your strategy mode is also being real-time settlement. So I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
So we got a perfect example for this entering of signals. So I believe if you have any question, please unmute yourself.
All right,
Before-
Leader George, the chat, Mr. Sam asked how we can enter the new signal that has been dropped on the group. So you can
Okay.
just briefly touch on that, then we ask questions. Thank
Okay.
you.
I was just going to say, hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, for the guy that just asked that question regarding that vehicle, I think also just to add to what you said, when I used it again, I used to use it before. So what I found out is that the 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 robots scan the market. So even if you have 5 margin calls or 50 margin calls, it will scan the market. It will not buy your margin call. It will only buy when it sees that there's a support zone. And most times when it buys for you, when you have that turned on, when it buys the trade for you, most times it sells it, like if you are in sub mode, it sells it also maybe faster. You get, but it minimizes your profit as well. So if you have a lot of capital, just turn it off. If you don't have much capital, just as the judge said, turn it off. That's just what it does. All right.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
All right, leader judge, please proceed.
Well, good evening, sir. I would like to suggest with the kind of can set this kind of one shots, all those signals that used to come. If you can have a settings for us, it will be okay. Let's say for those that have $100 to trade, this setting for you. Those that have 300, this for you. Those that have 500 and above, these settings. Maybe so that we can use it anytime you see such signals. We now use those settings and enter, and it will not have any issue. It will help us a bit. Thank you, sir.
All right, I know it's directed to leader judge, but leader judge, you add yours, but my own personally, or my personal take is that I don't think that's, for me personally, I don't think it's the right thing to do, because to make a lot of people lazy. So you just be copying and pasting every time. I feel like we should all learn how to actually know how to calculate and set our margin calls depending on the capital that we have. When you newly join, your upline is going to give you a signal and a settings according to your capital. It is always done. Uplines give you that settings according to your capital. Now, we do that so that as time goes on, you should be able to learn and know how to set margins by yourself. So that's my personal take on it. I don't believe in it. It makes one lazy because a lot of people months in, they don't know how to set their margins, which for me, it's not right. That's the first thing you need to do because that's what the robot is about, to know how to set your margin with your capital.
Okay. So do we have any other question? Adibola.
Good evening, Mr. Leader Judge. I like this to Ankara.
Hi.
Yeah. Sorry, it's been a while. I'll see you.
Thank you, thank you. So do you have any other question?
Did you just unmute yourself to talk about leader George Zankara? That's problem. Leader George, we are waiting for you now. Do the do the needful. The settings. Sam said you should explain how to enter the signal. They are talking
Okay.
about your Ankara, their compliment.
Okay. So the signal comes. Don't know. Should we have one of? Okay. Okay.
If you have questions, just use the reaction button and raise your
So
hand.
these are the signals. These are the signal comes. You see, it comes with the take profit percentage. Normally, if you click on it, you see the name of the coin. BB, the coin slash or the coin, then USDT. Look at this one, Shiba USDT. So you see the name ENA USDT, TWT USDT. Okay, so these signals comes with entry price. So it will even help you. You don't need to be checking time. When you see this signal, you click on it. The first thing is the name of the coin. You see the name of the coin, you search it. If you open any of the signal, let's say we are using this BB USDT. you will see that, look at this stuff, some might be on red background. Okay, let me screenshot. So look at this place. This background here, that is the entry price. That is the entry price. This signal should be coming well. The prof that used to send us these signals, he was having a power issue. So I believe the power issue, they have resolved it. Okay. So when you see this signal, you see the entry price in this background. It can be red, it can be green, it can be blue. So that is your preset price. If you check the coin, the current price of the coin is higher than what you are seeing here on the signal. Please avoid that signal. Don't enter the signal. If when you check the name of the coin, you go to your RoyalQ and search the coin, you must see the current price. If what you are seeing is higher than what you are seeing, the entry price on the signal, please just leave the signal, don't enter it. Now, if when you want to enter this coin, maybe 5 minutes, they gave 5 minutes interval. 5 minutes, you have checked, okay. 5 minutes, they post the signal, you saw it within 5 minutes. And you search the name of the coin, and the current price is lower than this the entry price here. Please go into the trade. You don't need to set anything, just go in. You saw as I entered this flow key now. You saw how I entered flow key now. I did not spend up to 3 seconds or 5 seconds to enter it, because of entry price matters. The time you enter a coin. When we started RoyalQ, we have instance of the drop signal on the group. This one will say my own has sold out. This one will say, no, now my own has not sold out. This one will say, my own is on floating loss. This one will say, I've taken profits because of entry time. Some persons, they drop signal, they are going to set margin calls. They are going to set, you have not started the trade, you are going to set margin calls. Is it when the trade has pumped, some people have taken profits, you will not start your trade? Your margin calls should be saved. You saw what I've already saved. I have margin calls for 1,000 trading capital. I have margin calls saved for 500 trading capital. I have margin calls saved for 250 capital. I have margin calls saved for 100 capital. So that when I want to enter a signal, I just go there, call it, put the first buy amount, and start. Because of I want to beat that entry time, the entry price. So the only thing you need to note here is the entry price. The take profit is already there. The take profit. You might decide to reduce your, if you have 4, you can decide to reduce your own by 3%, and you go out of the trade faster. So please, you take note of the entry time, the name of the coin, the entry time, and the take profits. So that is all you need to know in the signal. So I don't know if we have any other question.
Also very important, try as much as, it's not even try, always make sure that you have your settings saved, different type. I believe that judge should have, if you have a lot of or different type of settings with that judge, you can share your screen and show. You can have a lot, more than one, in fact, more than 10. If you have, you can do settings for $100, you can do settings for $200. You can do settings for 300, 500, so that when you want to enter a signal, it's easy for you. You don't have to be running around, running up and down to set trades. It's very easy for you. You can see there are different type of signal settings here, rather. Sorry, I mean settings. So get different type of settings, and when you want to enter a trade, you enter it very easily. So yeah. So we can take questions now. Questions can come in now.
Hello, ma. This is Mr. Chooks. That is what I was begging, because anytime such games were set, I have to go and start putting before I will not enter trade. Sometimes it will be late.
That's
If we have these things, it will be better for let it not be lazy. Please help us. We are just learning. We will just be able. Women like
well,
it, they will
I don't know.
enter.
Like I said, this is my personal opinion. Let the judge says, oh, yeah, that's my own personal opinion, Sha. This is you see me, I don't advocate for this one, and I don't advocate for cycle. I feel like if you are new, don't
I
do
always
cycle.
say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. If you are into RoyalQ, if you want to succeed, you want to buy that car with RoyalQ, you want to buy that land with RoyalQ, you want to build that house with RoyalQ, you must know RoyalQ. If you don't know margin calls, you don't know RoyalQ. If you don't know margin calls, you are not serious with RoyalQ. We have part 1 of margin configuration. We have part 2 of margin configuration. I think we have part 3. Okay, we have 2A, or we now split margin configuration into 2. We now treated the left part, which is the margin drop percentage ratio, the drop percentage. We treated it on a topic, practical topic. People were with calculators. We were pressing, checking the values, explaining them. On the next Zoom, we treated the right-hand side, which is the times, which talks more on your capital, how you want your robots to use them. Okay, I have $100. I want the robot to start my first buy with $15. Okay, that is 30%. Or, I don't know, 15% or $15. Then the remaining $75. This is how I want my robot to be using them. That is what we talk on the times. We carry calculator. We were doing it practically on a Zoom. If you watch that Zoom, you watch part 1, you don't understand. You watch part 2, you carry your paper and your biro, watch part 1 with your calculator. Watch part 2 with your calculator. Then watch the left side of the margin configuration with your paper, your biro, and your book, your calculator. You now watch the right-hand side. You will not disturb anybody for margin calls again. If you watch this 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 zones with your paper and your biro and your calculator, you see that it's very simple. It's just telling the robot that, okay, out of this, how to divide your money, how to use your money to buy margin calls. You have $100. Or you use 15, 15, 15 into how many? $15 can enter into 100 how many times? That is margin configuration. And the drop percentage. It's very simple. You save your settings. You save your settings. You can, if you have that knowledge, you can do any margin settings for any capital. It's very simple. We have the video. Watch the part 1, watch part 2. Watch the left-hand side, watch the right-hand side. Everything is together. It's talking about one thing. So if you're going to watch it 3 good times, you are going to watch one thing 3 good times, you must get it. So it's not that This knowledge we are sharing, they did not teach us, so we got it by ourselves.
Not that we are wicked though. We are telling you the right thing.
No, I'm so happy. God bless two of you. In fact, Leader George, I want to beg you again. Help us extract it and post it to the platform for us. Muku watch. We the new ones. This thing now is awesome because now I don't need the knowledge now. I need the money now. As we don't enter bull run, Muku just the hit and that's what I want. But I say the knowledge is good. Muku will get them. Most of now practice by next week. Now all the games you go all the settings now. I will just be setting myself. Thank you, ma. And
It's not true. It's not true. Say we just dey hit am. Oh,
Please,
God.
someone is asking for the YouTube channel link.
I'll post the YouTube link on the group. Let me also see if I can post it here.
Mr. Choose, go through the videos. You get it. Because wait, I can do a settings for $100, and you might have $100. No, let me explain it well. I might give you a settings for $100. I might give you a settings for 200. But tomorrow you might have $20 you want to add. If you don't have the knowledge, will you come and be disturbing me? I might be in the hospital. I might be busy at work. But you need to add that $20. And it's very simple for you to add it. So that's why we say knowledge is power. We are in the business for a long run, no. We did not start now this bull run, no. We start 2021. We enjoyed the bull run. It ended in 2021 October, November. We entered bear season. We are gaining knowledge all through 2022. 2023, when January, Bitcoin reduced to 15,006, and February started increasing. We are still here. So nobody is running. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's a gradual process. If you watch video 1 today, watch video 2 tomorrow, watch the third part and the last part, 4 days, you will know margin calls. If you have any question after watching it, you come and ask. We'll answer you. It's very simple.
So let me also add, when I joined and I was trying to understand margins, I remember that there was one video Leader George did. That video, if that video come to this life again, the video will run from me. I cannot tell you how many times I watched that video. And if I want to set my margins, because it's, to be honest, let's stop deceiving anybody. If you are a novice, everything will look as if it's further maths in your eyes. You'll be very confused. So when I'm confused, I go to that video, I forward to the parts where I am lost, and I watch it. That video, I watch it. I might even have it. I don't know if I still have it, but that video suffered in my hands. What I'm trying to say is, 1 watch cannot do it. 2 watch cannot do it. 3 watch self cannot do it. You know, for it to stick, you need to watch it. Especially that multiple buying ratio. That's where I really had hiccups in that multiple buying ratio, because I'm like, oh, which one am I dividing? Is it the first buy or is it the margin? It was a lot. I watched that video a lot. So that's why you see, it's like, oh, I'm saying, oh, I don't advocate. I don't advocate for it, because you will continue to copy. You continue to save settings and copy settings, which I don't buy. Also, if you are new, I don't even buy circle trading, because circle trading also, I believe that it makes you lazy. Circle trading is good, but if you are new, maybe you can split some trade and say, okay, you want to trade in circle, but you have to be actively doing one shot, because that's when you continuously do it, that's when you know how to do it. But if you just go and put your trade in circle, but for adults, like, I mean, very old people, why not? Can do circle. But a youngie, you want to be doing circle, you have to do one shot. You have to be pursuing trade. I'm sorry. You have to be entering it continuously. So I hope you understand. Everything is on our YouTube channel.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please go ahead.
So the margin configuration, the buying ratio, deriving that is pretty straightforward. But the margin drop, is that arbitrary or is there a science to it as well?
Okay, for the margin drop, there's no rules.
Yes.
Actually. It depends on your preference. So you can say for this coin, I want to cover a 20% drop. That is what I want. You can say for this coin is volatile. This coin used to drop very well. I know that this coin is very volatile. I'm going to cover a 40 or 50% drop. That's what I want for this coin because I see that this coin, the way it pumps, that's the way it drops. If you notice, or you can say, okay, I want to enter BTC. BTC doesn't drop like that. I'm going to only cover 20 or 10% because it's BTC or Ethereum. They don't do so much drop. So it depends on your preference. There's no rule that says, oh, you must cover 10% or you must cover 20% or you must cover 40% or you must cover 50%. There's no rule.
No, it's not the spread. It's not the total margin drop that you will cover that I am concerned about. So maybe I'm not using the
how
right
you spread
terminology,
it
but
like 0.1.
Exactly, the margin call drop. So there are
Yes.
two portions to that configuration. There's the multiple buying ratio, which is what determines, what factor of your first buy amount is bought.
Yeah.
Right. So that's understandable. How to derive that is pretty clear. But the margin call drop, where you see the first call, let it drop this percentage for the first call, let it drop this percentage for the second call. How do you determine those percentages? How do you determine how to spread them? Supposing you have 18 margin calls or 20 margin calls, is there a science to arriving at those numbers for each drop, or you just set them arbitrarily and then you add them all up to cover 20%, for example, or you add them all up to cover 10%?
All right. Also for that too, there's no preference. That's the truth. If I show you the way I arrange my call drop, it's different from the way Leader George is going to arrange his own. I'm 100% sure. Because me, I have the way I like my arrangements, and also Leader George would also have the way he likes his arrangements. So for that too is also preference. You can decide that, if you want to cover maybe a lot of percentage drop, like maybe if you want to cover 50% drop, it depends. If you want your robot to be buying quicker, you make the percentage drop smaller.
Okay, so but you just set that according to what you want, basically.
Yeah, it's according to what you want. You can see, I believe that Leader George shared the screenshot, and you can see that I think his first call is 2.3. Yeah. Second call 2.3, third call 2.3, fourth call 2.3. It depends. If you want to set your own, or if I want to set my, I can decide to put 1 point, meaning that means the robot is going to buy faster than he buys Leader George own. So if that coin drops, if I set 1% or 1.5, meaning my own robot is going to buy my first buy before it buys Leader George's first buy, because Leader George's first buy is 2.3. Mine is 1.5. So mine is going to buy first, going to buy faster. And if I set maybe my second call at 1.5, it's going to buy faster also before he buys Leader George's second call. If I decide that, okay, my third call, you know what, I want to put 1%. I put 1%. If it's 0.5, I know that it's going to buy faster. But if I decide that, I want it to be a total of 20%, you have to calculate all the drop, and it has to be 20%, regardless of how 20%
How
you
you
want your
spread them?
first, second, yeah,
Yeah.
or your thirds to
Okay.
be. It depends,
Okay.
yeah. It's not a standard.
Okay.
But if you are covering 20%, make sure you calculate it and it's 20%.
Okay. So basically now, so let's say we have 18 drops, right? And I want it to cover 20%. I can just basically divide 18 by 20, and whatever that results in, I can put those numbers in each position.
So maybe, for example, if you have 18 margins and you want to cover like 20%, you can put like maybe it's just like the easy one. You can put like one, then maybe your 17 you can put 2, and your 18 you put 2.
Okay.
I think that should give you around 20% or 21% drop.
Okay, so I'm just trying to do something now. Okay. Or if I want them to be even, then I can just put them at 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.9.
Yeah, that can work
Because,
too. Yes.
yeah, because 0.9 multiplied by 18 will give me 20, which covers the whole
Great.
anticipated 20%
Yeah.
drop. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not a standard that it must
Okay.
be the way that judge. That's why we are saying that, you should have the knowledge by yourself and you set your trade to your own taste. Everybody that knows how to set margins, they don't set it the same way. My own strategy cannot be the same with Leader George's strategy. It's not possible. So
I think
it's
I
good
align
that
with you though.
you know your robots and then you get your own strategy, the one that is okay for you.
Just do what works best for you.
Yeah. But you have to have the foundational knowledge. I just go back to what that the gentleman, I don't recall his name, and your submission. I think that he's approaching the issue. He's thinking that the issue is more complicated than it actually is. It is really, really easy. Once you understand the fundamentals, it's easy. And understanding the fundamentals doesn't take a lot of time. If you spend 30 minutes watching these videos that we're talking about, you'll pick up everything you need to know. And you can,
that's the thing.
just run with it.
Yeah. I feel like people don't want to give it time. Then when I started trading, like Leader George, we always say we didn't have the knowledge. We weren't trading with margin calls. We were just we were doing mostly one shots, using all our first buy. So we're not really using the robot the way it's needed to be used or the way it's supposed to be used. So we're just doing one shot. And at the long run, that's caught up with us. But let me personalize, that caught up with me because we moved, that time it was the bull season. So we were making profits no matter what. We enter the trades and we were entering so many trades. Almost, what is almost? All the trades were doing well. So we were entering trades. If we, like that, somebody can have $100 and you will split the $100 into like $20 first buy, no margin calls. And it enters. You will make profit. You will sleep. Set 5 trades with first buy of $20. You will sleep. You wake up. Like 3. Yes, now hit around 3 or 4 will close. We wake up with profits every time. And then we move to the bear season. And at the time, I had over 18 trades in floating loss. And it dawned on me like, what's going on? And that was when I decided that there's something like this robot has what I need. And I started watching one video per day. I wasn't making profit then. I was making 0 profit. So I'm shocked. I see people that are in floating loss and they abandon the business. That's when you need to be looking for the knowledge like crazy so that when the bull run happens, you know what to do. You know how to set your trade ASAP. Because once the bull run is there, yes, leaders will attend to you. But you see Leader George, he entered trade today in Zoom. He entered trade. He has left us. Leader George entered trade today in Zoom. So in the bull season, yes, we'll attend to you. Leaders will attend to you. But I'm going to enter trade first before I look at you. So you need the knowledge. So if you are not making, that's when you need. I was one video a day. I had to watch one video a day. So if you take time, don't bombard yourself. You don't need to bombard yourself and say, oh, you want to watch 5 videos a day, because it will be too much for you. Just one video per day. And in maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, you would have covered a lot of things. So the basics is really important. And as we are experienced, I know when we say it, oh, it's easy, you people might not take it that way, but it is. In seconds, you can enter trades. But I understand that, when you don't know it, it takes you a lot of time. But if you dedicate your time to watch videos, and then sometimes you watch videos, you don't grab everything. You don't grab all the 100%. You can grab like 40, you can grab 50, 60. And then that's where you ask questions. This part, I don't understand it. But people avoid videos, avoid Zoom, and come and ask questions. It's not asking questions now. You are trying to waste our time. So please. Yeah, please, more questions can come in. Someone said, how was going to ask, okay, we've answered that. I was going to ask what determines the margin call drop if one is to create it, his or herself. We'll answer that. Please, we will need to revisit this topic. Well, we'll see to that. We will try, but most of all those topics are recorded on our Zoom. Please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question or type it on the chat box. How can I get the video? Yeah, I posted our YouTube link. And also, it's pinned on our group. Our YouTube link is pinned on the group. For us that joined, where do we watch the topics? I just posted the link, and also it's pinned on our YouTube link. I swear this is more than for that month. It's not. That's the thing. It's really not. It's because you don't know it. So yeah, at the time for me when I was not, of course, it was like, what's in the further mass is going on here? I hate further mass. I'm like, what is the further mass? But right now, I know it.
So
and nobody's going to take that knowledge away from me. Please go ahead.
Can I take a few minutes just to explain it as I understand it? So maybe that might help somebody. So basically, you have a sum of money that you want to trade with, but like, it doesn't make sense to just throw everything you have into the trade because you don't know which way it will go. You expect it to go well, but it may not go well. So what do? You split that capital. And typically, I don't know whether there's a science to this or no, but you can take 30% of it. George has, given an example of where you take 15% of it. But there's something he said today, which is an eye-opener for me, which is that you really make your profit in the margins. And the amount of money you set aside, which is not part of your first buy, he explained that is your capital management. And it is critical. So, okay, let's take an example. You have $100. Let's say you take $20 of that as your first buy amount. How you arrive at that is up to you, really. You take $20 of that, that's 20%. Now you have $80 left. how many margin positions will $80 cover is the question. Now, the lowest margin buy amount is $11. So to understand or to find out how many margin positions $80 will cover, you divide $80 by 11. Whatever you get becomes your, I don't know what the terminology for that is now.
Margin
I'll
call
have to
limit.
check that. Margin call limit. That basically it's telling you how many margin calls can this $80 buy. That's basically what it's telling you. So once you arrive at that, you now know that, okay, I have X amount of margin call limits. Let's say 7. Let's work with numbers now, because if we divide 80 by 11, I think we'll get 7 point something, whatever. So let's take 7. So now you know that 7 is the number of margins that you can buy, right? Okay. I think the next question now becomes, at every point in time, how much capital is spent to buy a margin? How much capital is spent to buy a margin? Now, you know that one margin, the lowest margin is 11. You already know that. Now, if you want 11 to be replicated in 7 places, what percentage would that be? In percentage terms, what would that be? So that's where you do your division. And I think if I remember correctly, you divide 11 by you divide 11
Your
by is
your
it your
first
first
buy.
buy amount? Yes, that's what you do. So you divide 11 by 20, which is your first buy amount. That will give you a fraction. It will give you a fraction, something 0.0 something, or whatever that may be. So that 0 point whatever, that's what you now place at each margin call drop point on the right-hand side of the configuration. Every portion there will now carry that number. And then on the right-hand side, like Osha was saying, you now determine, okay, for this particular coin, I want 7 margin calls. And but I want the 7 margin calls to cover 15% drop. Or I want the 7 margin calls to cover 20% drop. Or I want the 7 margin calls to cover 10% drop. That's up to you. That's what now determines how you set the left-hand side, where you now specify, okay, the first drop by 1%, the second drop by 0.5, the third drop by 0.25, or the first drop 2.5, whatever that may be. But when you add up all of those percentages, it should equal what you expect the total number of drops to cover. So if you want the total number of drops to cover 10%, everything you add up there should amount to 10%. If you want it to cover 15%, everything you add up there should come to 15%. And then you can save those settings. I think there's a place there that you are supposed to be able to put a remark. And then you can now put a text there just to tell you that, oh, okay, this is a setting for my $20 first buy, or this is a setting for my $100 capital, or this is a setting, whatever will remind you of what that setting is doing. You put that there and then you save it. And every time you want to call a trade that, that is the amount of money you have in mind to spend or so on, you just pull that up from your template and it will load up. Yeah. You change your first buy amount, change your whole profit position take ratio, whole position, this terminology I have not mastered them yet, but you change the percentage ratio of profit you want from that trade.
No position take profit ratio.
Baby, that's it. And you activate the robot and you go to sleep.
Yeah.
So everything we have talked about is pretty easy. It's not further math. If you look at it like that, it will be like that to you. And just you have to be appreciative of what they are doing here, which is pushing you to learning so that you can become independent. You have to understand that what you are doing here is not just doing RoyalQ. You are actually learning to become a professional cryptocurrency trader. It's a skill in itself. If you acquire it, you can become self-sufficient and you can do what you like, when you like, how you like, anytime you like. There's power in that in being in that position, right? So doesn't mean you won't have questions every now and then. You will have, but it will not be rudimentary questions. It won't be questions about the basics. It will be questions regarding other things that you would have. And, you can get people to help you and so on and so forth. But, just knowing what to do so that you can start making money, I think you should be eager to know what to do to start making money. And start making money. Because the money is out there. It's out there to be made. So
We should
go
pursue
make
them
it.
more. We pursue them like children. Oh.
Sure.
Some of them. Let's not say
Bill never pursue them. That's why now. If you live abroad where bills are chasing you, you will go look for the money. You will go look for the money.
Life.
In Nigeria, you have built your house. You don't spend anything. Yeah, you have your own house, but it is still chasing you. There are still bills chasing you, even though you have built your house. So when you have a need to spend money, you will go and find the money. So pretty much.
Okay. Also, to add to what you said, the remark, I also put on the remark, aside putting the amount of capital for that trade, I also write the margin drop. So it tells me I can use it for certain trades. I write the margin drop also, so I can do, for example, is a $200 trade settings, I can write for $200, then I put slash 20% drop. So I can tell that, okay, this particular trade settings can enter for, maybe the coin I want to trade is very volatile. I know that, okay, I can use this particular settings because I have remarked the drop also. So yeah, also someone said the multiple buy ratio would be 0.55. Yes, but if you are using an iPhone you can only do 1 decimal. Android can use 2 decimal. So if you arrive at something that is like 0.55, you have to make it 1. So that means you just put 0.5 0.6. So yes, for iPhone, that's why if I want to do settings for my downlines, I have to ask them, are you using iPhone or you're using Android? So that I'll not go and do settings for you and it's like 2 decimal and then you tell me you're using an iPhone, so I have to go ahead again or go back to the drawing board and start doing the settings for you again. So that you need to take note of if you're using iPhone or Android. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. You people have just had Leader George, we've seen another person that will be hosting Zoom for us, so just like that on the Zoom.
Yes.
No time. Once it's very ripe. Once it's ripe now, like this, it can go. But once it's ripe, it's so amazing that I believe that you've not done more than 2 weeks in this business, if I'm not mistaken.
If you see what he went through before his account was ready.
I think I know the backstory.
When he
He reached out to
deposited,
me too now.
they delayed the money for I think 7 days.
Yeah, I heard of that.
before the
Lucy, yeah, Lucy reached out to
money
me.
transfer.
Mm.
So,
It's
Mr.
really
Sam,
amazing. It's really amazing to see how passionate he is. He's really, really passionate, you know, very,
we have,
very passionate.
we have some
I
people
cannot
that
imagine
started
that.
and they are not even paying attention to the business. To read the chat, the group we added them to so that they can be getting knowledge. Some persons that joined the business said the message is too plain. As in coming up with unnecessary excuses where you are getting knowledge for, where you are supposed to get knowledge about the business you are starting. You are saying the message is too plain. Some people comes up with different excuses not to even know the business that they have paid 120 for. So these are the challenges we are having. But once you treat a
Yeah.
business like a Ponzi scheme, you get positive results.
All right. Thank you so much, leader. I'm already calling you a leader. In fact, you're a leader already. Thank you so much, leader Sam. I think he's just 2 weeks in. He already
So
like know.
I know he's going to register someone very soon. So you are free to call him a leader.
He's a leader for somebody that can come to the Zoom and talk about RoyalQ with few weeks of just starting. No problem. Don't worry about that. That is a leader. He reached out to me and he was like, all those signals people are dropping, I'm not seeing it in my cracking. I'm missing out a lot. I'm like, who be this one? Actually, just joking. But I'm like, from where? Because he didn't even explain, oh, I'm from, the group. He just went straight to the point. I'm like, from where? Where did it come from? I was like, oh, from RoyalQ. I was like, he has not been seeing, he has been missing so much signal. I'm like, okay, use HTX. It's amazing, to be honest. It's amazing to see a lot of people have passion. We love to see it. We know a lot of people treat it like a Ponzi scheme, but we also love to see that a lot of people, when they join, they have so much passion and they learn. It's really nice to see. Also, your result is telling on that. There's no, like me and Leader George always say, there's nobody that we take RoyalQ seriously. It won't tell on your results. It must tell on your results. And it's because you are not trying your best. If you are trying your best, give it your best, more than your best. Your results will tell. That you will pay for our service. You will pay me too for my service, so because me too, I'm part of the people that we are doing underground work. Oh, I think they don't enter our DMs. You will pay me too for this my service that I'm doing backyard service, Lucy. This your downline, they enter my eye, telling you. So, all right. So, do we have any more questions? If we do not have any more questions, I would like to announce today's giveaway winner. I pray that they have left the group so that we'll give it to another person or we'll drop the money. All right. Do we have any question? And then we announce today's giveaway winners, and then we round up. Say I'm active. I'm still here.
I hope it's dollars. So
Lucy Pell. My bad. It's not you. I wish you won it, I swear. Anyways, today's giveaway was the first just two, the first two people that entered the Zoom. So that we don't do Ojoro, I will post the screenshot because I made a screenshot. Let me look for the screenshot and I share my screen so that everybody will see it. That I did not cheat to. Just give me a moment. Let me. Yeah, I think this is it. I'm going to share my screen and then we announce the two persons. I pray they have left this place. I don't know why I'm praying. Well, yeah, I'm just joking actually. All right, so the first person, you can see my screen. No, Joro, look at the time. I don't know if you can see the time. Can we see the time? 8:32. That's the time. You can see the time. There's no Ojoro, just 1 minute into the Zoom. The first person is Joseph Bruno. Lucy, I wish these people have left this group so that you'll be the next. The second person is Mohammed. Joseph Bruno and Mohammed. Those are the two people that got our giveaway. Lucy was the third person. And Lucy used to come earlier, but she said she had network issue. So Joseph and Bruno are the winners of today's giveaway. So that's it. I had to take a screenshot. So I don't hear Ojoro. First 10 person. Very soon we'll do first 10 person. Don't worry. Someone say first. Don't worry. More giveaway to come.
You can confirm if they are still on the Zoom.
Okay, if you Mohammed, if you like, you don't answer, I'll give it to the next person. Unmute yourself now. Joseph, you are the first person. Where is Joseph safe? Joseph is still here. Joseph Bruno, unmute yourself and talk.
Good evening, madam. I'm here. I'm still on.
You will be here now.
Good evening.
Okay, the next person, Mohammed. You are sleeping, Mohammed. That's it.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm still here, very active.
All right. So just, if you like, don't know me, DM me. If you are on our group, you should know me. DM me on WhatsApp and I'll send. It's just a small token, very small. Don't worry, bigger giveaway, is coming. And maybe next time is who we answer questions.
This one you say small token. It's not small token, no. $1 is 1.7, no.
True, it's not actually small token, no. $5 each for you people. Is a lot. Dollar is 1.7. How much is that, Leader George? In Naira? Leader George?
Child, madam, these people you're giving it to, they are rich people. Oh. Give it to us. We will just discount.
8,500. Jesus. Just like that. Wow. Okay. They are rich people. How do you know they are rich people?
Buy you big chicken and in a nice meal.
Of course, now if you enter Chicken Republic,
better chicken and better fried rice.
Buy you a burger, it will buy you rice, it will buy you a drink. So just message me and I'm going to send you. Congratulations.
There's a way of encouraging people to attend Zoom to get this knowledge, because if you don't make this money, we too will not make. You understand? Everybody should make the money. So, because they say one person cannot do convoy. Now I've built my house. At least let other people also build. Buy cars, buy land. At least one of our members chatted me and said he did something. As I was so happy. So I'm waiting for him to make a video and post. We have big testimony already that is coming. Yes. So please, let's just come to Zoom, get this knowledge and make this money. This money is on the international market. Let's make it together, please. Thank you.
Crypto always say, child, they active. If not you not go they active. All right. Our Zoom days and time is Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. This bull season, giveaway must surplus. Don't worry. As we are making profits, we must be doing giveaway. Just be coming to Zoom and be grabbing what we are saying. Don't come and leave your phone and be going off. Listen to what we are saying. Put it to good use, please. Please. You need to understand your robots. Please try as much as possible to come to Zoom. If you miss Zoom for anything, watch the recordings, please, please, and please. And after watching, you do not understand some certain things, come to the group and ask, very free. But don't come and ask in the group where you did not watch the video, please. Because me and George, we are available to attack. These are hard people. But if you have watched it, yeah, we are just joking. But if you have watched the video, you attend Zoom, please always ask questions. You need to always ask questions. It helps a lot to ask questions. So our Zoom days time is Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigeria time. We are always here. If you are new here, you do not have an activated robot, please get back to the person that invited you. They will assist you and guide you on how to activate your robot. All right, so the winners of today's giveaway, just message me on WhatsApp and I'm going to be sending your gift. Thank you so much for always attending our Zoom meetings, and goodbye and God bless. We'll see you
Thank
on
you, guys.
Monday. Enjoy your
Thank
weekend.
you. Have a good night. Good weekend, everyone.
Thank
Good
you
night.
and good everyone.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Leader Shari, for not rewarding you. Thank you.
Soon now, you are an active person, so you don't have any problem. Don't worry. Soon.
All right, ma'am.
Good night.
Thank you. I appreciate in advance.
Good night.